everyone, and welcome back to Late Night Fright. This week on Late Night Frights is splatter theme, which pretty much is kind of violent, gruesome, bloody type of horror movies. So for my video, I'm going to be reviewing the remake of Hills Have Eyes. So let's get started. Hills Have Eyes came out in 2006. This is the remake of Wes Craven's Hills Have Eyes, and so the plot of this movie is this huge family on this huge family trip, and they stop at this gas station to get gas, and this guy is telling them directions, and he gives them directions. You know, they think the directions is like a shortcut to where they need to go, but it's actually to this really weird place where a bunch of, I guess you can say, mutants or cannibals live, and so they get there, and like everything's fine at first, but then their dog dies because one of the cannibals eat them. And I just want to tell you, like, the special effects on these mutants are really, really well done, especially the guy with the axe, and like everything, like all the mutants have really good, you know, special effect makeup. And this movie is just really kind of creepy, and is it bad that this movie made me laugh a lot? Well, I watched it with my friends, and I've seen this movie like a billion times, but I showed this to my friends one time, and they just thought it was hilarious. I don't know why. But this movie is very bloody, and I am not the one to typically go for a lot of, you know, bloody type of movies. I don't know, it just kind of grosses me out when there's this like constantly you know, blood in every scene, or like something like crazy happening. It's basically these mutants start killing the family members, and there is a rape scene in this movie which is kind of violent, and I am proud to say that I covered my eyes during that part. I'm only 14 years old. I do not need to be seeing that stuff. But I prefer not to have like rape scenes in horror movies, but directors put rape scenes in movies to show that this stuff really does happen. Not like with mutants, but like, you know, obviously women, when they're kidnapped or something, they a lot of percent of the time, unfortunately, get raped, and that's really sad, and I'm not going to talk about that right now, but yeah, anyways, so this movie is just, I really, really like the idea of it. It's just definitely kind of crazy. The acting is really, really good. You get to see the dad transform into, like, you know, this normal dad into this, like, really good, strong character. There's only 3 people left out of the whole family that survive, and no. I guess 4 if you're including the baby. And I think the dog too. Because there's 2 dogs, 1 dog survives. I'm not going to tell you who survives, but it's really, really cool. And the fighting scene with the dad and then one of the mutants in that house, it's just a really, really good movie. Don't get me wrong, the original was good. And I love Wes Craven, but I just really preferred the remake, I guess. I don't know, I just thought that this movie was so well done, the acting was really, really good, and I definitely recommend you to check this movie out if you haven't seen it. If you're like me and you don't want to see a rape scene, you can definitely check out the theatrical version. Also, some things I want to say about this movie. It's really sad that what happens to a lot of these characters in the movie, and you truly feel sorry for a lot of what some of the characters experience throughout this film. And Hills Have Eyes, the remake, is one of my favorite remakes of all time. There's only a few remakes that I actually really like. A lot of remakes I do not like. 1 out of 10, I would rate this movie a 8.3. Yeah, I really like it, and I definitely would recommend this if you're not even into like really gruesome movies. Watch it because the story is really cool, And it does, the music, okay, something like not a lot of people mention about this movie, but I think the soundtrack was really creepy, especially in the beginning of the movie when they're showing pictures of the deformities in the mutants, and it's just really creepy and scary and gross. And there is a sequel to this film, which I've seen before. It was, I'm not gonna say bad, but it wasn't good. It was just eh. So yeah. Anyways, that's my final thoughts on the Hills Have Eyes remake. Um, I hope you all enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all next week. Bye.